Hello, this is James Hayner. Thank you for your interest in PgMPExamTools.com. Today I'm going to explain the 7 steps to PgMP exam success. What are the 7 steps for PgMP exam success? Can you really pass the PgMP exam your first attempt and only attempt? The answer is yes, you can. You gotta have a plan. There is no silver bullet. There is no shortcut. It requires a lot of hard work, at least 100 hours of study. It is a step-by-step plan, and I know as a program manager you will appreciate the power of a plan. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and your opportunity is to pass the PgMP exam and have a roadmap to follow to get you there. Our plan is a roadmap with 7 easy-to-follow steps. Let's have a look at each of the 7 steps to PgMP exam success. Step number 1 is read the Standard for Program Management, also known as the SPM V2, 7 times. Make sure you read the edition published in 2008. It's available in paperback and in Kindle editions. The SPM version 2 is the foundation of the PgMP exam. The 170 questions on the PgMP exam are based from that book. You may also want to read Standard for Program Management version 1. There are 3 main takeaways from the Standard for Program Management version 2. Number 1, understand the business to benefit link. Number 2, understand program governance. Number 3, understand the plea from PMI, please use a WBS. I recommend that you read 1 or 2 chapters per day in the Standard, at least the first time through. The Standard has 15 chapters. Step number 2 is to attend a 2-day PgMP boot camp. The 2-day boot camp covers the processes, the knowledge areas, and the process groups required to pass the PgMP exam, and it has plenty of sample practice questions and answers. The 2-day boot camp fits the learning styles and the time frames necessary for future PgMPs. Step number 3 is study the PgMP terminology. This is really important because PgMP terminology is not the same as PMP terminology. Every time you answer a question on the PgMP exam, your point of view has to be from a program manager, not a project manager. I recommend that you memorize page 41 in the Standard. Not because you'll ever be asked exactly what is an ITO, you will be asked, where am I in relationship to the knowledge areas, the process groups, and the processes on page 41. Know the terms in the glossary, and remember, a program delivers benefits. Number 4, know the phases of program management. What I'm talking about here is make sure you know what happens in the 5 phases of the program lifecycle. Memorize figure 2-2 on page 20 and be able to reproduce this figure on your memory dump for the PgMP exam. Chapter 2 needs to be burned into your head. You must understand the program management concepts and how they all fit together. Step number 5, study the processes within process group order. Do not study the processes within knowledge area order. For instance, the initiating process group is made up of initiate program and establish program financial framework. Always be asking yourself, what are the key project deliverables from each process within each process group? Which components make up which deliverables? Step number 6, make a giant wall chart of all the processes within each process group. What I mean by this is map all the inputs and outputs from each of the processes to the 5 process groups. I also suggest that you follow a color coding scheme. Pick green, for example, to be the initiating process group and use that color of highlighter for everything that has to do with the initiating process group. If you don't want to do all this work, you can buy a giant wall chart in 5 colors from www.PgMPExamTools.com. Step number 7 is answer practice questions. The PgMP exam will require a mindset change on your part. Some of the questions on the PgMP exam will have 20 to 30 lines of reading before you get to the question. You must take at least one 3-hour, 170 question exam all in one sitting. This will give you the look and feel of what it's like in the real exam. It is very stressful to take 170 questions in 3 hours. Remember, practice makes permanent, perfect practice makes perfect. So that's it. These are the 7 steps to PgMP exam success. How to pass the PgMP exam on your first and only attempt. Follow these steps, trust these steps, and you will pass the first time.